Shout out to Titch, Chips the dog, I am Danicus, and Beast Mode 2.0. What is going on, y'all? It is dope to see you guys, man, and I hope your day is going good and that y'all are doing the best that you can, man, for real. Freaking awesome to see you guys, man. Happy Monday. I hope it's going as smooth as it can, because I know Mondays are rough, man. You guys were telling me about this, especially Chips and I am Danicus, man. Special shout out to you guys. This one is about losing your pops, man, which I've never had to go through myself, so I can only imagine what that is like. And with a song like this, anybody else, I would be wondering how they're gonna talk about it. But with Mike Skinner, man, I already know that he is going to be very direct and almost, I'm assuming, from, is it first person when he talks from, like, his point of view? You know what I mean? And I'm just assuming that the detail in here and just everything is going to be insane. So, a big shout out to you guys, man, and a big shout out to anybody who has ever lost a parent. Let's get into this, man. Let's go.
Two great European narcotics, alcohol and Christianity. Ooh. I know which one I prefer.
We never went to church, just get on with work, and sometimes things all hurt. But it's hit me since you left us, and it's so hard not to search. If you were still about, I'd ask you what I'm supposed to do now. I just get a bit scared every now. I hope I made you proud.
On your birthday when Mum passed the forks and spoons, I put my head on the table, I was so distraught with you. You tidied your things into the bin the more poorly you grew, so there's nothing of yours to hold or to talk to.
Oh, man.
You put your hand up and interrupt the conversation with a but. People say I interrupt people with the same look. Sometimes I think so hard I can't remember how your face looked. Started reading about dreams in your favourite book.
Sometimes I think so hard that I can't remember how your face looked. Man.
Hard I can't remember how your face looked. Started reading about dreams in your favourite book. I panic and pace when I can't see the right thing to do. You be scratching your head through the best advice you knew. And feel sad I can't hear you reciting it through. I miss you, Dad. I got nothing to remind me of you.
We never went.
Man, that's sad, bro. Man, wow. I panic and pace when I can't see the right thing to do. Oh, man. How many of y'all, like what he's saying with right there is as you get older, you start to notice you do the same things that your pop's done. You know what I mean? You don't even notice it until it's something like this. I panic and pace when I can't think of the right thing to do. Yeah, I feel you on that one. And be scratching your head to find the best way through it. Yeah, my old man used to do that all the time. Me, not so much, because I always have a hat on, but yeah, man, come on. It's just where you just notice those little things. And he even said in the beginning, I wish I could go back and ask you some questions. Not with my old man, but with my grandmother. I feel that a lot, especially now that I'm older. She helped guide me a lot when I was from 11 to like 19. But now that I'm an adult, I'm 31. I have more questions now than I did back then. And the same is probably for you guys who lost your parents, man. It's just, you have more questions even though they're not here, and you so wish that you could just go back and ask them.
Through the best advice you knew, and feel sad I can't hear you reciting it through. I miss you, Dad, but I got nothing to remind me of you.
We never went to church, just get on with work, and sometimes things all hurt. But it's hit me since you left us, and it's so hard not to search. If you were still about, I'd ask you what I'm supposed to do now. I just get a bit scared every now. I hope I made you proud.
I needed a break when your book about dreams was taken. I needed to pray I see a priest that day.
Oh, man. I needed a break when your book about dreams was taken. I'm assuming that. when he passed away.
Out dreams was taken. I needed to pray, I see a priest that day. I needed to leave this trade and just heave it away. But I cleaned up my place like you so I could see things straight.
Oh, man.
I never cared about God when life was sailing on the calm, so I said I'd get my head down and I'd deal with the ache in my heart. And for that, if God
I never cared about God when my life was sailing in the
calm, so I said I'd get my head down and I'd deal with the ache in my heart. And for that, if God exists, I reckon.
That's hard, man. Not hard in like, yo. It's hard in like, he feels like he has nobody to turn to, not even God, because he feels like, hey, man, I didn't call on you when things were well. I'm not going to call on you now. Man.
Said I'd get my head down and I'd deal with the ache in my heart. And for that, if God exists, I reckon he'd pay me regard. Mum says me and you the same from the start. I guess then you did leave me something to remind me of you.
My mom, come on, man. Mom said me and you were the same from the start. That's like what I said, man. You might not notice it when you're growing up, but the people definitely around you will, that's for sure.
From the start, I guess then you did leave me something to remind me of you. Every time I interrupt someone like you used to, when I do something like you, you'll be on my mind all through, cause I forgot you left me behind to remind me of you.
Oh, man.
Went to church, just get on with work.
That's beautiful, man.
And sometimes things will hurt, but it's hit me since you left us. And it's so hard not to search. If you were still about, I'd ask you what I'm supposed to do now. I just get a bit scared every now. I hope I made you proud. We never went to church, just get on with work, and sometimes things will hurt.
That first sentence there, man. We never went to church. Just get on with work, and sometimes things will hurt, man. Like, that's crazy. For me, it's two ways I take that. Number one, you don't have time to stop and deal with things. You have to keep on moving. And I guess it's kind of the same thing that ties into number two, is that life happens so fast. And that's the thing, man. You gotta, it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? You gotta keep going. But sometimes things will hurt, man. Damn, it's too real.
But it's hit me since you left us. And it's so hard not to search. But you used to tell me how you didn't know what to do either now. And then I'm not so scared somehow, 'cause I know that you'd be proud.
Oh, that's wicked, man.
I got a good one for your dad.
That was
I'm gonna see a priest, a rabbi.
I want to hear that again, man. Come on. But you used to tell me that even you didn't even know what to do. So now that I think of it, I'm not that scared somehow, because you found a way, so I know that I'll find a way too, man.
Somehow, 'cause I know that you'd be proud.
I got a good one for your dad. I'm gonna see a priest, a rabbi, and a Protestant clergyman. He always said I should hedge my bets.
It was shock. I didn't know whether I was gonna cry or what. I tried to get my head around it right then and there.
Bruh. Oh, wait, it was over. Okay, as long as it was over. I was gonna say, man, this is like when you put an ad in classical. Totally ruins the mood. Come on, man, that was amazing. Oh, man, Mike Skinner, dude, you are something. You are something else. There is just a way. The way you do it. Like I said before, man, in my other video about him, he just says it in a way, man, that everybody, it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, everybody can relate to this. Not too many artists can do that, man. I love that. He doesn't seclude anybody. Like, he doesn't make his music for about a certain type of person where maybe you can relate to a little snippet of it, you know what I mean? No. He ties everything into it, dude, and there's something with this, like I said, with the loss of a parent, I could see now, like a bunch of you guys were saying, man, that this song has helped me a lot, and I could see why, man. I just hope you, just because the way he ties it all together, because I'm sure that you guys have the same questions that he has on himself. I get scared. Sometimes I don't know what to do. And then at the end of it, man, he ties it in perfectly and almost closes it off. Like, what do you call that? I can't remember what the words are, but where's the beginning? And then it's heightened in the middle, and then there's the closure at the end. He did that perfectly, man, because he said, wait a minute, if I think about it, even you said you weren't even sure what to do at some points. And you were scared. So that makes me feel like I'm not so alone. That he got... Man, that is beautiful, man. Like I said, I've never gone through something like that. But I know, like, even just talking to my mom, she would tell me, like, her mom passed away. My grandmother passed away 3-4 years ago. And even then, man, you know, my mom's 55 years old. And even she would say, I still hope that I made her proud. And that is something that is never going to get answered. But it will in the way that he said it, man. Because even through everything you go through, your parents will still be proud no matter what, man. It's... God, man, this one brought it out of me. Like I said, I've never experienced that myself. But to have those open-ended questions and just how we tied it all together, so at the end of the song, you're sitting there going, you know what? I can get through this. And to me, man, that is the power of music. I love it, man. That is the freaking... I don't even know what else to say, man, but that is, to me, that is the best thing in life. That somebody who we don't even know can make a piece of art, and it just helps people immensely, especially with somebody like Mike Skinner. You guys are telling me, like I've said before, how his albums are staples in your guys' youth. And I'm not sure when this came out, excuse me, but to see that, you know, years later, when did this come out? Okay, 08, let's say. So that's 12 years ago. Okay, so this one's a little bit older, but still, man, it's still amazing to see this dude never, not fell off, that's not the right term that I'm looking for, but he never changed, he never became something that he didn't want to be. He didn't go pop. No, he stayed making real music, man, and so shout out to him, and of course, shout out to all you guys, man. Sorry for rambling so much on this one, but I feel like this is the whole point of music right here, man, to help to heal people. That's the word I'm looking for, man, and it's freaking amazing. I love you guys. Have a wicked day. It's Monday. I know it's rough, but hey, man, it's 1:47 here, so what's that mean? It's 5:40. It's 10 to 6 over there. I hope you're home and you're relaxing, man. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one, alright? Have a wicked day. Peace out, y'all.